We're rolling, are we?
Come in with your pint, walking with your pint.
Oh yeah, right. Hi, my name's Paul Archer. I run a business called Daredevil Project. We're about to launch something called Jewel, and this is 5 things that I've learned this week. This is the bit where I sit down at the end of every week with a relaxing pint to actually outline some of the things that I've learned in this kind of crazy adventure and journey that we're going through running a tech startup. So, first thing I've learned, as you may have kind of guessed from the last thing, is actually worthwhile getting a decent camera and a decent camera guy to actually run it, because as you can tell, things look a whole lot better, and he's probably going to make some amazing cinematography things happen right now. So, second thing that I've learned this week is the difference between pre-money valuations and post-money valuations. So if you're raising money for your business through investment or venture capital, there are 2 kinds of valuations of the business. The first one is your pre-money valuation. This is how much the business is worth without the money put into it. Your post-money valuation is how much the business is worth after the money's been put in. It sounds kind of simple, but it does get quite confusing, and I still get confused left, right and centre, so it's always quite good to do the maths and then get someone else to double check it before you look at any of these things, because you might get a little bit excited or under-excited for the wrong reasons. So, number 3. One of the things I learned is that every business needs one of these. This is a Nathan Barleyometer. This was a result of a trip to East London and some major media outlets that we met there, and we thought this is the right kind of approach to take. I think it's pretty classic. Jackson, I've read the wrong bit. Number 4. Something that's really quite interesting is, since starting running this business, is that days seem to get longer and longer and longer, and they're always really exhausting. But something I've kind of learned is that they kind of get a bit easier. They're kind of like fitness, you know. You're not going to suddenly do a marathon. If you suddenly did a marathon tomorrow, it's going to be very hard. But if you train for it and you gradually build up to it, it gets a little bit easier, which kind of feels a bit like when you're working longer and longer hours for this kind of thing. But hopefully we'll have a holiday soon. Why are you waving at the 5? We're going to do 50. Number 5! One of the things I've learned this week is that the word jewel and the English pronunciation of jewel just doesn't fly in America. In America, it's duel, and it took me about 3 awkward conversations of me talking about our product Jewel for them to think that I wasn't actually talking about jewellery, and I wasn't trying to get them to have a conversation with me about jewellery. They actually wanted to talk about duels. So I'm going to have to change the way I talk and the way that I name things when I'm in the States, and I'm heading there next week, so I got to learn quite quick. Duel, howdy, duel, I tell you, pistols at dawn. So those were the 5 things that I learned this week. Hit subscribe if you like them, and don't watch them again if you don't. It's now the weekend, I can't wait. We're going to go have a couple of beers, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah, you can definitely see the pint. Yeah.
Here we go, this is me arriving. Right, 5 things that I've learned this week. Number 1!